My name's Maggie and I teach the Level 4 Diploma for Therapeutic Counselling. So I've been teaching for a couple of years now and I wanted to get into teaching because I feel really passionate about the profession on a personal level, and I think there's something about I wanted to be able to pass that down to students. And I think for me it's the growth and the development that we have as we go through the training. I think it's an absolutely fabulous journey, and it's just to support students through that journey. My professional background, so I've worked a lot in drug and alcohol, in the drug and alcohol field. I'm obviously a qualified counsellor and I have been since 2008. I've been practising. So I've worked in treatment centres and private practice. I've got quite a varied professional background in counselling. I have my own private practice that I work alongside teaching. Students have to come in 1 day a week. They have to be present in college 1 day a week. And on top of that, there is the placement, which will be, I think they can take up to, that can be up to 5 hours a week, 4 or 5 hours a week. And then on top of that, they have to have supervision, clinical supervision. So that will be another hour or hour and a half every maybe fortnight, roughly. And then, of course, there's all the reading and essay writing and things like that. We offer the opportunity for students to do what we call skills practice. So they're basically rehearsing during their time in college, and then when they get into placement, that's where they go on and do the real counselling stuff. They get into the real authentic role of being a counsellor. And our way of supporting them through that is to just help them develop the skills and the abilities that are required for the profession, that are required to be able to sit in that chair and just be with the client. They do have to find their own placement, but it's never as bad as it sounds, and every student does find a placement. It's not really an arduous journey. So part of the learning for them when they're in practice and their placement, they will have supervision groups within the college. So again, that's another form of support for them, where they can talk about the client work, and again, they can think about the skills that they've used, and they can think about their way of being with the client. Places like Crew's Bereavement, the Mind charity, there's a place called the Awareness Centre. I think that's more London based. But I think it really depends how far the students are willing to travel, because a lot of them get placements more localised to where they live. So obviously we only really know about the likes of Phyllis Tuckwell and the Catalyst Centre that are local to Guildford. So I think for me the highlight is seeing the eagerness of the students to learn. I think that's really, and to be able to reflect on themselves, because we offer what we call process groups. It's not group therapy, but it's just a place that we provide for the students to be able to just talk about what the process is like for them being on the course. And for me it's lovely. I'd love when you see the change, when you see developing change starting to happen, and you know, there's students that they'll maybe say, oh, never thought I'd be able to do that, but here I am, I can do it now. The support on offer for the students is we do have a dedicated learning support team that students can go to for anything if they need help with their academic work. And there is a requirement actually for students to be in personal therapy. Obviously that's not provided by the course, but there is that requirement, and again that's about their well-being. That's a way of ensuring that actually they've got a further place to go and process outside the setting of the college. For any potential tutors coming into work in the college, what I would say is be passionate, know that you're passionate, and know that actually, a bit in line with counselling, it's a vocation. It's got to be something you really, really want to do, and not just something that you can do. I think for potential students, what I would encourage them to do is be open to the changes that might happen or that will happen. Change will happen. The whole thing I find is that teaching and learning actually models the therapeutic relationship. So what happens in the college and then feeds into your personal life can model what goes on in the therapeutic relationship.